Hi everybody, Paul Cameron here with Speed Up My Search, IT recruiting leader and job change mentor for senior technology professionals and IT executives. And today I want to talk to you just quickly about resume bullet points, experience points, and how you can use ChatGPT to drastically improve your resume very quickly to create experience points that are going to have some impact rather than just tell people what you've done. And I think once you start using this and you know how to use this properly, this is going to be a game changer for you if you are a job seeker, somebody in transition looking to change jobs. If you're an employer, on the other hand, this is going to be a complete nightmare because I promise you there's going to be a whole lot more people out there who don't choose to opt out. Sorry for the double negative there, but they just won't choose to opt out of some of the features that ChatGPT offers them. And that's really going to cause a problem for employers. And in fact, so much so, I'm going to create a separate video purely about that. I'm going to do that very soon. So check the description under this video. And I'll have that link in there very soon, if it's not there already when you're watching this. But that's going to be something very important for employers to look at. But from the job seeker perspective, let me show you how to use some of this to your advantage. So one thing that's important in writing an experience point is to be sure you include the business impact of what you're doing, right? Of why the work that you're doing is important to the organization strategically and to help them with their customers, whatever it happens to be. And this is not something that's just important to IT executives and any of the senior management that's in strategic roles. This is important all the way down to entry-level roles, of non-technical, anything. I'm trying to think of a good example, somebody who says hello as you walk in the store, right? I think that's about as entry-level as I can think of. Well, on their resume, they could write greeted customers. All right. And as the employer, if I needed somebody to greet the customers as they came in, now I can see that they did that. Neat. Now, I don't know anything else about them. I don't know, if they know why that's important. I don't know how they were trained to do that. I don't know how consistently they did that. I don't know much about them other than the fact that they did it. Well, what if instead they wrote warmly welcomed visitors into the store to improve the customer experience? Right? Now that's a whole other level. Now I understand as the employer, this person gets it, right? They understand why they're doing what they're doing. That if the people who enter their store feel warmly welcomed, they are much more likely to buy more stuff, which will then increase sales and allow them to expand operations and maybe create more opportunities for that person who's saying hello as they walk in the door. Right? That's a whole different perception that they get from greeted customers, right? Which just kind of brings back memories of walking into a store and there's a teenager behind the counter and looking at their phone and, hi, welcome to so-and-so store, right? And they're doing that because someone told them to do that. And if they don't do that, they're going to be fired, right? They could care less about saying hi to you. Whole different perception between those two types of people. So how do we build that into your experience points, and how do we use ChatGPT to help you to do that? So here I'm on a blank page, and in fact, I'm going to run over to just a sample Java developer resume. These are bullet points that I pulled from actual Java developer resumes. I'm an IT recruiter, so I've got thousands of them. And let's just grab one of these, developed software applications in Java. All right. That just tells me that this person, the Java developer, knows how to develop in Java. Really? I would hope so. But I'm going to hit Control C on this, and we're going to go over to our ChatGPT. And if you've been using this at all, you probably have been blown away by just how intelligent this thing can be. But as you play with it more and more, maybe asking it questions about something you are an expert in, you realize it makes a lot of mistakes, right? You got to kind of guide it to where you want it to go. You're essentially saying, go find this one piece of knowledge amongst every book in the world, right? And it's going to say, is this it? Is this it? Is it? Right? Got to kind of guide it to what you want. So instead of just saying reword this resume experience point, developed software applications in Java, if I hit enter on that, crafted software applications utilizing Java. It just picked other words, right? That's not better. So let's give it some context. And one of the ways you can guide this is to give ChatGPT a role, assign a role to it. And that's going to help it to start thinking a little better. If you just say, solve this math problem, maybe it gets it right, maybe it doesn't. But if you say, you are or act as a math professor who can solve any math problem in the world, now you're going to start getting more right answers. Who do we need to help us with this IT resume? Well, how about you are an IT strategist? So they're going to know a little bit more than just some random person on the street, right? Or you could say you are a Java development director or something specific to the bullet point that you're trying to create. I need your help to reword this experience point from my resume to include why the work was important. All right, now that's going to help with that. Now, if you just plug this in, it's going to probably give you back a paragraph of information rather than going back and forth with this to save some time on the video for you. The new experience point must use more than 80 characters and less than 115 characters. It must not use any personal pronouns. So it's not going to write a speech for you. Let's see what it does now. Design strategic IT solutions, enhancing business efficiency and driving competitive advantage. I'd say that's a little bit better. Now, if you went through all of the bullet points on your resume with this in mind, that's going to create more impact on your resume. Future employers are going to say, okay, this person seems to get it. They understand why they're doing what they're doing, and they can probably help us figure out an even better way of using this particular application or tool or strategy to get even further down the line. Now, for members of Speed Up My Search, in my Search Mastery program, if you just go into Phase 1, my Resume Mastery program, click on how to write every section of your resume, click on the 12 topics, go into writing experience points with samples, and I'll use a really simple example here. Studied rocks. If you're a geologist, I would say that doesn't give much benefit of or business impact. Let's put that in there. Studied rocks. And this tool is going to give you 3 different options that include the business impact. That will be resume experience point length. So third option here, utilize scientific methods to investigate rock structures contributing to the advancement of geological knowledge and exploration. And 3 options there. But that way you've got more choices, and you can write that into your prompt. Give me 3 reworded options that include the reasons why the work is important. Now, if it lists any specific skills that you don't actually have or you didn't actually do, you've got to make sure you pull that out of what's being said in there. Don't just leave it in there because there's a keyword or something along those lines that it's giving you. It's going to do far more damage than it's going to help you if you are dealing with a recruiter or an HR team or a hiring manager who knows what they're doing and knows how to vet some of that out. But I'll get into a lot more of that in that next video I talked about for employers. So I hope this was helpful. And again, I'm Paul Cameron from Speed Up My Search. It's time to get to work.